Hello, John Coleman here. Just following on from the series of me answering your questions. The next question that I want to address is, and one that gets asked a lot, is what happens or what are the consequences of having a child during the mortgage process? Well, this is a very difficult or very sensitive question to answer, and the banks don't like actually stating their policy on it. In real terms, they can't be seen to discriminate against people for having children, but at the same time, they view it as an extra risk. They view it as, well, what happens if the applicant doesn't go, the mother doesn't go back to work, or the father doesn't go back to work? Also, with another child, there's now additional costs. So the nature of the deal does change. What they look for at the very minimum is to make sure that they get a letter from the employer confirming the date that you are due to go back to work, and that the circumstances are going to be the same, that your salary is going to be the same, and you will be working the same number of hours. Where it can have consequences are twofold. One, if you're looking to close a mortgage and you still haven't gone back to work, the banks, well, they look for that letter, but they'll also then want to make sure there's extra funds in place to make sure that the shortfall of income can be covered while there's no income coming in. So say you had taken unpaid leave, they would look for this. So that can cause issues. The next potential issue is if, for example, when your application was being assessed initially and you'd done a lot of overtime, and this overtime was included in what they agreed to lend to you, well, if in the process of waiting for mortgage, this is particularly relevant with new properties, where the new properties can take 6 to 9 months to be built, that suddenly your income has taken a drop because you've not demonstrated overtime, and they would lend you less. So that could have a serious consequence. So the advice I would always give is, no matter which bank you've gone with, or which broker you've dealt with, as soon as you know, or as soon as it's publicly safe to tell people, I would talk to them or to me as to what impact is it going to have, and how best to manage the situation so it doesn't cause you any additional problems. But if they are, at least you're aware of them and you can look to solve them as quickly as possible. Again, if you need any further clarification on this, please reach out and I'd be more than happy to discuss it with you. Thank you again.
I want you to get together.